Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make those delicious Mickey beignets that you can find all over the Disney parks. Whenever I go to Disneyland, I just have to get my beignets. They are an amazing breakfast to have with coffee or hot chocolate. It's currently the holiday season at the parks, but fortunately I can't make it during this holiday season, so I have to bring the parks to me and my family. So today I'm going to be doing a twist on the Mickey Beignet recipe. Typically beignets are fried, but I am going to try to bake them, you know, because I'm like semi-healthy and I like experimenting with foods and whatnot, so I'm gonna tackle this for the first time, baked Mickey beignets. I found this recipe online for baked beignets. I will share the link to the recipe below and you can go ahead and click that if you want to try it yourself. The only difference is I'm going to be using a Mickey Mouse cookie cutter to cut them into Mickey beignets. So come along with me on this journey and let's get started. So I'm just going to follow the recipe in my Anyone Can Cook book that I got from the Disney store. Super cute. It's a notebook, but I use it as a recipe book. Okay, so first I'm gonna add the yeast, the sugar, and the lukewarm water into a bowl. I'm just gonna whisk it a little bit. I'm going to let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to add the egg mixture. Now in another bowl, I'm going to add the condensed milk, or excuse me, the evaporated milk, my egg, vanilla extract, and a little bit of salt. Now just whisk all of that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and melt my butter. A lot of butter. I just double checked. It says 2 tablespoons, not teaspoons, so this is not going to be as healthy as I anticipated. Now I'm going to add the egg mixture to the yeast, mix it a bit, and then I'm going to add the melted butter. So now before I add the flour into the mix, I'm going to prepare a large bowl. I'm gonna put some oil around it, and then I'm gonna add the flour, turn it into a dough, and then pop the dough in here and seal it with plastic wrap. So I'm just gonna take some regular cooking oil and just kind of get it all around the bowl. That looks good. So let's go ahead and add the flour. Now we're just gonna bring the dough together. You could use a hand or a spatula. I'm gonna start off with a spatula because I don't like getting my hands dirty. I just don't like the feeling of sticky hands. So let's start with a spatula. And then if I have to use my hands, I guess I will. Mix it all together, oh yeah, it's so much better, cause you know you got the best of both worlds. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I guess I'm gonna use my hand. Oh, it's sticky. It's sticky dough. Sticky, sticky, I hate that feeling. But I'm working it. Work the dough. Rah. All right. It's coming together. Alrighty. So the dough is mixed. We are going to transfer it into that bowl with the oil, and then I'm going to cover it with saran wrap. And here is where you make the judgment call. You can let it sit for about 2 hours, or you can let it sit overnight. I'm gonna play it safe and let it sit for about 3 hours, so I'll be back. Alrighty, so while the dough is doing its thing, I'm going to make the powdered peppermint for the beignets. And I just took some candy canes. I'm going to break them, put them in a plastic baggie, and then roll them with rolling pin. You could probably make your life a whole lot simpler and buy peppermint powder. I'm sure they have it. I've never seen it, but I'm sure they have it. But I like candy canes, so I'm gonna use the extra ones and put them on my tree. So I got most of it to turn into delicious peppermint dust. There's still a few bigger pieces in there, but it's okay. You can keep rolling if you want. I kind of want to add an extra little crunch to mine, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. However you want to do it, go ahead. It's up to you. Make the magic. Okay, so 3 hours later, and here we are. The dough has risen, and it's time to start rolling it and cutting out those Mickey heads. All right, they're ready to go in. The timer is set for 45 minutes. I will come check on them in about 30 minutes just to make sure they're doing well. In the meantime, I'm going to finish watching episode 4 of The Mandalorian. So, in the spirit of true Disney fashion, you can't have your Mickey Beignets unless they are coming out of a piping, steaming hot brown paper bag with all that good powdered sugar. So I'm gonna pop them in here and shake it up. Let's see. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Here it is in all its glory. All right, here it goes. Not bad. So, this batch definitely cooked way better. I made the other batch way too thin to the point where they almost burnt. They were crunchy. They weren't even cookies. I don't know what they were. These are really light and fluffy. It's more dense than the ones you can get at Disneyland, but still tasty. I think that the dough could have been a little bit sweeter. I used brown sugar. I don't know if the brown sugar is less sweet than the regular white sugar. Perhaps I could have added more, and maybe even some spices like nutmeg or cinnamon. But still really good for my first time, I guess technically second trial, since I kind of did horrible on the first ones. But these are really good, so follow the recipe for these. Let me just show you a comparison. First batch, second batch. Thin, fluffy, better, sad. I also suggest pairing your peppermint beignets with some peppermint hot chocolate. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!